Okay, Daisy and I are here in Venice, as usual, and this is the Venice Healer, the Venice Superhero. What else are you called?
Daisy the Venice Healer, Superhero, and Awakener of Venice, and I'm here to awaken and unite us. You guys know that already. I want to give an update. You guys know that if you watch my live streams, they're pretty exciting. So I have not been live streaming the past couple days because I have been back in Venice. And I came back to Venice last week. I had a court date for mental health court on Wednesday, and Santa Monica Police and Huntington Beach Police were at my court date. They had an attorney there for representing them. So Huntington Beach means that my mom, even though she says she doesn't call the cops on me, is calling the cops on me. And Santa Monica Police, that means that, remember last year when it was hot for me here? Remember how this time last year, McAdams told me that if I was in Venice with my tiny home, she was gonna arrest me. So I had to go hang out in Santa Monica, remember that? So, the same thing has happened where now I gotta hang out in Venice because Santa Monica's a little hot. So that's what's happening there. I'm doing my superhero work. The police and I are kind of bumping heads in Santa Monica like we used to in Venice. So I came back to Venice and LAPD and everyone is happy to see me. Everyone here knows Daisy the Venice Healer. It's wild and free in Venice. It is a place where we can liberate the whole planet, where we can start a global liberation. I want to show you something that's pretty cool. It's a surprise. I wrote my first book, The 5 Steps of Global Liberation. And this is it. 28 pages. So on my TikTok and on my YouTube, you could listen to me reading my book. It's 6 chapters and a preface. So I split it up into 7 videos so that people can listen.
What's the name of it again?
So my book is 28 pages. It's the 5 Steps of Global Liberation. And there's 7 videos if you want to listen to it on audio, or I'm going to be posting it. You could buy it on Amazon, but I mean, I want my book to be available for anyone who wants it, and you don't have to pay for it. It's just, there's no way of getting like a hard copy book without paying for it that I know of. So I just put it on Amazon like that. But I also made sure to put it on audio so you guys could just listen. And the next update is, as soon as I got to Venice, I already am on a murder and a missing persons that I'm working on. So I'm helping a mom find this kid who's 24, who's been here. And Toby was murdered by Diablo, but Diablo and Toby have been brutalized by the police. And if instead of taking away Toby's freedom and putting him in jail and taking Toby's car and impounding it, Toby was sleeping in this car. And he didn't have $1,000 to get out his $5,000 to $8,000 car. So it kept costing more and more money until basically it was more to get his car out than it was worth. That's not right. Toby was not murdered because of Diablo. Toby was murdered because of the Los Angeles police taking away his freedom, because of the city of Los Angeles taking away his car, because of the sanitation department. They threw away his belongings twice in the week and a half preceding his death. And Toby was so upset and triggered the night of his death that he kept on attacking Diablo over a lighter that he said he stole. Now think about it. you're willing to fight and fight and fight. And then Diablo's not that resourced either. He's been arrested and brutalized too. Neither one is receiving empathy, support, accompaniment, resources, care. Neither one of these men is receiving energies and attention to build trust, connection.
Hey, wait, I gotta take a call.
Okay.
Anyway, we're back.
In conclusion, it's not Diablo that killed Toby. It's the LAPD and everyone. So they decided to release Toby, or to release Diablo. So he was not charged with murder because our police in the City of Angels, the Los Angeles police, at least in Venice Beach, they really are angels. I think you agree with me, Gary, that our police are really amazing. They're super patient and compassionate and empathetic, and they really care. And they're also trauma informed. Our police are trauma informed, and they want the vulnerable to receive resources and love and support. They don't want us to get punished. So here's what's important. I got mental health court coming up. So the judge, as you can imagine, was pretty surprised that Santa Monica Police and Huntington Beach Police were there at my court hearing. And I told the judge, I said, look, don't be surprised. This is totally normal. Superheroes go in and out of popularity. And there was a time last year when Venice Beach wanted to put the metal bracelets on me. This time last year, in fact. And now it's Santa Monica, and Venice Beach loves me. So think about that. And my intention is to liberate us from domination systems. Because you're not a judge, you're a superhero. And the judge loved this. He was like, I'm a superhero. I was like, yes, you are. And he loved that I said that, because in mental health court, it's about meeting needs and giving empathy, support, compassion, care, and resources instead of doling out punishments. So I'm pretty sure that when I go back to court next week on Wednesday, and I have a very famous attorney, he was one of O.J. Simpson's lawyers, and he's $1,000 an hour. He's been one of my best friends for 15 years, so I don't have to pay him anything, obviously. He's going to tell that judge and those lawyers for the police that we don't believe in domination systems and we don't give our consent and they hurt us. And the Huntington Beach Police, we already addressed Santa Monica Police. Huntington Beach Police, they are here as a weaponization of the courts in order to alienate me from my beloved children, Dylan, Rose, and Chris. Those are my kids. And I miss them dearly. And my own family uses the courts like a weapon to alienate me. And that's not okay. Because instead of investigating and turning family members against each other using deserved language, judging and blaming, which we all know is unconscious, we want to have healing and integration and restore families so that they can have rift resolution, find a way forward, and no longer have rupture in the family that's not repaired, because that hurts everyone. It hurts children, and so you got to make amends. This hurts my children more than anyone. My children, it is not good for them to have all of the adults fighting and alienating them and having their mother beg to see them. This is not healthy. I'm going to tell the judge that my own mother tells me, not only does she tell me she doesn't call the cops, she tells me she's forced to have not one, but 2 restraining orders in a row, because the first one ran out after 3 years, so then you got to get another one. So she's already on the 2nd restraining order. This has been, almost 7 years I've been alienated from my kids. My mom wants me to believe she's being forced. Really? Like, these government workers care that much about my family that they're going to force her to have a restraining order for 6 years? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Like, my rights were terminated after 2 years. That was 5 years ago. So that means my mother legally adopted my boys. My daughter was legally adopted by strangers, Nico and Javi Flores. They have my kid, my daughter. I just want to co-parent and be a loving, life-enriching presence. I want to know their son Max and be a loving, life-enriching presence. I'm not even trying to like take my kids away because my boys are worth $14,000 a month. So, you know, there's like special interests and money involved in the alienation of my kids. It's really, really not okay. And because I'm labeled and stigmatized and called certain things, it's like the evaluations and the enemy imaging is a core component of parental alienation. It doesn't talk about universal needs. It doesn't talk about a way forward. It doesn't talk about what will help. And therein lies a stagnant language if we talk about what's wrong. So that's what's cool is I'm going to get to tell the judge all of this, that I need to see my kids, that it's not about this enemy image that my mom wants to give. Like, I don't even care about the lies. Like, I already know she's lying about being forced to have a restraining order. I already know that. I already know that Huntington Beach is there because my own family out of Huntington Beach is calling the cops on me. Why? I haven't done anything. My mom's the one who called me. And I've got her on recording calling me. She's allowed to break the restraining order. I'm not allowed to break it. That's why I recorded her and hung up the call right away. And I've been watching my back because I know this past year I've been not following the law and I'm still getting arrested. So I've got 4 lawsuits right now. My attorney, Steve, not only is he helping me in mental health court, he's suing the bejeebers out of Orange County Sheriff's Department for violating me and violently arresting me and taking away my freedom without properly. It's just, don't even have to talk about that, but we're also suing Santa Monica Police. I have one of their officers on video assaulting me using excessive force for no reason. And this is an officer I've known who arrested me about 5 years ago. And this has been going on for a while where it's the same officer, so maybe he has a vendetta. And these officers, I'm also suing Starbucks and Los Angeles Police Department because Starbucks and Los Angeles Police are responsible for having me wrongfully arrested and detained. And thank God I had it on video, the whole incident. So it was clear that Starbucks employees were lying. And I was facing 3 years in prison. So a lot happened while I was gone out of Venice. So right now I have 4 lawsuits. I'm having a nonprofit that's going to be formed. I still don't touch money at all. So all of this money is going to go in my nonprofit. It's going to be called We Did It Ourselves, and we're going to replace courts and police and DCFS. We're going to replace it with community members and fellowships to meet needs, where we come together and support each other instead of having enforcers enforcing rules and laws which hurt the vulnerable. Because let's face it, those who make rules and laws never actually go through courts or end up getting arrested or having to go into government programs. They just decide for
I got another call. Break. All right, we're back.
Okay, so basically, I came to the beach this morning, and I've been coming to the beach early, and I go into the Starbucks, and I'm calling on all of us. Huh? Music's too loud? What?
Your voice. Louder. Clearer.
I want us to acknowledge that domination system hurts us. The market economy and government is not working anymore. So that is what I've been doing. And my following is growing. I'm just gonna write my books and come to Venice like I am. Do my superhero work. I have some speaking engagements coming up that are sort of sporadic too.
Okay, I fucked up. We're back.
Okay, so
God dang it. All right, say that again. I fucked up again. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm creating a space for women and children to come. Wednesdays from 12 to 2 is Mommy and Me Healing Circle and Yoga. And then we do the same thing on Saturdays. And I say Mommy and Me, but it's for women with or without children. And if men want to come and they are accompanied by women and or children, then they can come. And it's pretty cool. Like a bunch of people showed up this week. So we're doing every Wednesday and Saturday. And we do an empathy share where everyone gets to connect and learn who's in the community, and we learn about what everyone's feeling and needing. So if someone's needing something, you don't just meet someone and it's superficial and shallow. We actually get down to what are we struggling with? How can we make life more wonderful together? Because that's how we foster true connections and build trust. And then we do movement together. And my friend Deanna Leggett is a famous dancer. She's on the TV show Playground, and she's going to teach with me on Saturdays. So that's what's up. And then, of course, you guys can find me every morning in front of Starbucks, like 6 to 9 a.m. Yeah, that's it.
All right, kiddo. Thank you so much. That'll do it.